Hello, everyone, and welcome to Brewing Success, One Sip at a Time. I'm Susan Verona, and I'm one of your hosts today. I manage the Sift Space community and our knowledge program, and hopefully you've seen me post something on the community. If you have, give us a like down at the bottom. You can use your react key at the bottom. You'll see it with just a little smiley face there. So let me introduce the rest of our coffeehouse staff today. We have Carolina Marin. She is a North American customer success manager. We have Maggie Sereno, and she's a customer success engineer. And also joining us from Europe in our London office is Lucy Deckerman. So welcome, ladies, and thank you for joining today. So everyone on the call, we hope you have a fresh cup of coffee and your favorite maybe book ready after the event to take and read. But let's get started. So let's enjoy our success team and hear some valuable insights from them. Take it away, Carolina.
Thank you, Susan. Hello, and welcome to our first session of the series, Brewing Success, One Sip at a Time, a customer success journey with RedSift. This is a series that will help you enable yourself at full capacity with your RedSift solution on DMARC and all its potent capabilities. My name is Carolina Marin. As Susan mentioned, I'm your customer success manager, and I'm here to help you grow and expand with RedSift. And joining me for our talk today is the wonderful Maggie.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Maggie Serrano, your customer success engineer, actually one of many here at RedSift, and I'm happy to help out any of our customers.
You are amazing, Maggie. With us also, we have Lucy Duckmanton and our Sift Space captain, Susan Verona. We are all going to be available to answer any and all questions or concerns you may have during our broadcast. So please feel free to drop those on the lower right-hand side into the chat or the question box during the time we spend together.
So, Caro, what do you have in store for our friends during this ongoing series?
I thought you would never ask. We have some amazing guidance tips, tricks, and secrets to share with everyone. We will be doing these webinars throughout the year to help our customers understand how on DMARC can be optimized for their needs and the natural evolution of other solutions we currently have. We all know starting on a new journey is usually a process, but remember that each journey starts with a single step, or better yet, a single DNS entry. RedSift is a key ingredient in the journey to success. The emphasis on customer success has been like crafting the perfect blend of support, innovation, and collaboration. Your customer success manager is just an email or a call away, and we can help you with any and all questions or concerns you may have.
We want your experience with RedSift to be like crafting a cup of artisan coffee, rich, fulfilling, and tailored to perfection. Now, Carolina, have you ever felt like you discovered a community that it's like a warm cup of success in the world of customer support?
Absolutely. And for us, that community is none other than Sift Space. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link on the lower left-hand side to Sift Space. And I ask that everyone on the call, please click on the button so we can navigate and learn together. Let me go ahead and do that, and I'll give you a moment to log in. So I'm going to jump over to Sift Space now. I'm going to unshare my screen, and we're going to jump back into Sift Space in a moment. Okay, so here we are on the main page of Sift Space. If anybody has trouble getting into there or logging in, please feel free to drop that into the chat box. Otherwise, after the call, I'm going to be sending you information as well. So within Sift Space, it is a collaborative community. So it is driven with the customer in mind, and there are always engineers and other sifters as well, such as myself and Lucy and Susan and Maggie. We are always on there to answer and assist. Some main features that I wanted to speak on would be mainly the onboarding resource tools would be good for any of our Resist customers who are starting off on their journey. It would walk them through setting up with Redshift and setting up the solution and troubleshooting as well. Let me try that again. So if you scroll down, you'll notice there are some steps here. These are a good high-level outline of what you would be doing in order to implement your solution. We also have an on-demand video option here as well. So this is a good start. We have ongoing knowledge-based KB articles being issued throughout the year by our engineers and staff. So highly recommend you go through these, and they're broken into technical issues, which you could search on, integration and configuration, same thing, and then training and enablement. So these are specific for each solution. So we would go under on DMARC and see the same thing as well. And then the last resource that I wanted to speak on at this time is the actual farm. And I'm going to ask everybody to sign up for the on DMARC farm right now. The way you're going to do that is there is a drop down on the right hand side. You're going to click on active groups, and it's going to show you all the active groups. You're going to choose on DMARC. And then I'm already a member, so I'm not going to see it, but you should see a join button here, and that should enable you to do the same. Other great forms that I also suggest is the non-product form as well. So that's just going to give you insights on any upcoming webinars or anything that we have going on in the Redshift space. So highly recommend that one as well. Please join. I did want to add that you can customize how often you receive your email publications. By default, it's set to a weekly digest. So that's just like a summary of what we've worked on for that week. But you could also do a daily digest, every post email, or even set your custom limits. So those are the options I want to talk about today as far as Sift Space goes. It is a very integral part of our company. We thrive on your success, and this is a great tool that we have enabled and are constantly working on. And we are never done with this. So if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see moving forward, or if there's something that you really like that you want to maybe like pivot a little bit and add features, or would like to see features added to it, we love hearing that feedback. So please reach out to any one of us, reach out to Lucy or myself, and we'd be more than happy to forward on those suggestions to the development team. So with that, if anybody has questions about Sift Space, again, highly encourage you to drop those into the questions or chat option on the lower right-hand side. And now I'm going to stop sharing Sift Space momentarily, and we're going to hop back to our presentation.
Hey, Carolina, looks like someone asked a question.
Oh,
They were
great.
wondering if there was any video content available. And I think there was some on the onboarding page that I wanted to point out. So sorry, I couldn't catch you quick enough before you stopped sharing your screen. Is there a chance you could share that screen and go back to the onboarding page?
Of course I can. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, so in order to access the video that we are referring to, you would go onto the onboarding resources and the main page under Sift Space, and then you would choose your solution, which would be on DMARC. And then to your right-hand side, you're going to see an on-demand option
Yep.
here to watch that video.
There's one more that's a little bit hidden. So let me remind you there at the top where you'll see the tab. So just below where you see on to mark on the left that's highlighted, the next tab over says setup series videos.
Perfect. So we
Yeah.
do have these as well. You're right, Susan.
Yeah, and there's a lot of first steps for anybody who's new with the product, some discovery videos, as well as some configuration videos. So sometimes many of you may have already been set up. Maybe you have a new employee you're trying to teach a little bit about on to mark with. These are great resources as well. And then one other thing I'd like to share with everybody on the Sift Space is when you're on the main page, or even if you're looking at the top, you can see a search hourglass, or what's it called there? Magnifying glass. Yes, right there. And you can search whatever you want to there, and you'll see results. They'll come up with knowledge-based articles as well as former threads or former Q&A that's been asked, and you can see and find. So what I normally do when I go to a site like this is I search first. And that's a great tip to share is when you're on the home screen or when you're on any of the screen, just navigate to search, see if we already know something about the topic that you're looking for. And if not, in those forums, you can ask a question and we'll be glad to answer it, or maybe even a peer user will answer for you. Okay.
Thank you, Susan.
Okay. I don't see anything else about, yeah, there's another question here that says, are there any other resources available on the community such as webinars, podcasts, blog posts? So we have two places to look for that. On the community, there is a place called news and events. So if you're up on the top and you go to more and you see news and webinars, or you may see that as one of the main options on your screen as well. You'll see that we will make copies of some of the webinars that we've done previously through our CS team, as well as we'll sometimes grab some posts from the website that are really popular and pop them here too. So yes, that's another great resource for you. Anything else about the community or any other resources that we have?
Yes, please.
Okay, Carolina, thanks for letting me share a little bit more there. Thanks for the questions to the audience, and we'll hand it back to you.
All right, guys, I just want to take a minute to thank everyone that is present. All your hearts and all your thumbs up are very appreciated. We love it, and thank you for coming over. Go ahead, Gato.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Just going to hop back in here.
Mm-hmm.
So we've learned that Sift Space is not just a platform. It's a dynamic space where success stories are brewed, challenges are overcome, and ideas flourish.
Yes, it's like a coffee shop for customer success enthusiasts. A place to exchange strategies, learn from each other, and savor the taste of triumph. Just like this nice coffee.
Yes, cheers to that, Maggie. So most of our coffeehouse patrons today are using our solution on DMARC, which is a perfect start to a delicious, robust brew. Wouldn't you agree, Maggie?
Absolutely. So on DMARC is a game changer. It adds an extra kick to our cybersecurity strategy, ensuring our customers are protected from email threats. And those are going around hard lately.
Oh, yes.
And to help with your brewing, we come bearing tips as gifts. So Merry Christmas to everyone. Caro and I wanted to share some hot, steamy facts with you, just like milk to a cyber latte. So tip number 1, guys, don't forget about all your domains. Taking your sending domains into rejection, it's always our main goal, absolutely. However, there's a lot more things you can do.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to take your park domains or your vanity domains into the dashboard. Just go ahead and add them to DMARC. Just because they don't have a sending source, it doesn't mean that they cannot be used maliciously. So please go ahead and add all your park domains, get them protected, and avoid, bad people to go in there and start sending from it. And by the way, we have unlimited park domains. So take advantage. And I have tip number 2. I would say keep your business emails separate from your bulk sending sources. Why, you ask? Well, it's very important. By using a different domain or even a subdomain, the reputation of any bulk sending that could be tarnished does not fall on your business email. So, how does this work? Basically, whenever something's sent to spam or a customer has signed up for your weekly bulletin and they forget about it, they send it to spam, that starts creating a reputation. Therefore, that could actually tarnish that domain and affect your email, your business email being sent. So we absolutely recommend creating a separation between your business email and your sending.
Absolutely, Maggie. Those are all very good points. And I think that all great things come in threes. So I want to add a third tip to that. So if you have any ongoing projects going on in the coming year, or you have like some growth in your company or anything at all that we could help with, please reach out to us. It's always important to allocate the proper amount of domains and top that total off. It's going to create the perfect on DMARC customized coffee creation, making you grow with an easier transition. And it's just like adding like that perfect pump of that syrup that you like. Mine is hazelnut. Remember that you are never alone in this journey. So you have us, the customer success team, and your Sift Space community as well.
Absolutely. I have a couple success stories if you guys would like to, come up and share your stories in our community. I do have one. Pretty sure he might be listening to us, Dave. He's been one of my customers, and it's amazing how much knowledge you can gather just going through the process of setting up on DMARC. The success story here is basically they've had to spend over 2 hours with Network Solution on the phone. Very frustrating, just to find out he had the power in his hands at the end of the day. Whenever we have a website that has any contact form, guess what? You don't have to, contact the provider that's actually hosting your website. You can actually go into your website. There is a plugin that lets you change your sending source. So if you have one of your Office 365 mailboxes as your sending source, you might want to get a SendGrid account, sign it up, and guess what? Thanks to Dave, now we know it's a plugin. You don't have to spend 2 hours with Network Solution anymore. And Dave went into our community and shared that huge nugget of wisdom, which is going to save everybody from now on, 2 hours of your time and sanity.
That is so great, Maggie. We love hearing those success stories. And just like this one, I'm sure that there will be many more in store, including your own success stories. So we always urge you to share those on Sift Space. And if you have one right now, we would love to hear about it. Just drop that into the chat box. What I was going to do now is open up for questions and answers. So if you have any that you've been saving until now, we would love to hear those and address them for you.
We're all ears.
Yep, we are here.
Man, our public is just so wise. There's no questions. Maybe they're just writing their stories already, They're like, oh, this happened.
Absolutely. And, Maggie, that's wonderful. We are always here. We are always answering questions and concerns. That's probably part of it too. We're so proactive. That is our passion here at Red Sift, is to help you reach your goals and be successful and grow exponentially through the help of our solutions. So if there are no questions at this time, that is perfectly fine. We are always here to address those, though. I'm going to send this slide deck over to all our attendants. It's just going to do a brief overview of what we've gone through, give an insight on Sift Space, and most importantly, we'd like to thank you for your time. Maggie and I have had a great, nice 20 minutes just hanging out and talking and with you and helping you grow with Redshift. So we'd like to thank you.
Absolutely. And this is just the beginning, guys. We look forward to having many of these sessions with y'all in the future. Thank you all for joining us in this customer success journey. We really appreciate it. Until our next cup together.
Cheers to that.
Let's keep innovating, keep collaborating,
Bye, everyone.
and keep brewing success.
Cheers.
Cheers.